YouTube, what is up? It is time for week 2 predictions. In Pacific, we're doing okay. Top 3%. I think that's not too bad. We got Genji RRQ wrong, and then I took a gamble on T1 Paper X, and it didn't pay off. But everything else went pretty well. We got Genji against Global. I think Genji should be fine here, so I'm not going to go for anything too risky. Talon against DFM. I think Talon are looking really good, so I'm going to keep kind of backing Talon until, honestly, I might kind of back them until Paper X here. T1 against Zeta. T1 are looking okay, better than maybe some people are giving them credit for. Zeta struggling for sure. Dude, RRQ against Nongshim is pretty hard to call, so I'll leave that for the moment. DRX against Team Secret. Dude, that's a pretty hard one to call as well. The DRX don't look great, and Team Secret look better than I thought they would. So that's a bit of a hard one. I think I would lean to Team Secret. Yeah, dude, that's a hard one. I think I'm going to leave that. Okay. Paper X, boom. That's fine. That's easy. DRX against Team Secret. They look a lot better. The firepower's pretty good. Who did they lose to? They lost to Nongshim, but they beat Global. We'll back DRX. But I do think that there is a good chance for DRX to be upset by Team Secret here. This actually might be even close to a 50-50, maybe 55 for DRX. RRQ against Nongshim. It's so hard to gauge where RRQ is. I think with a week's bit of prep, RRQ should look a little better. And Nongshim have the Chobra, I guess. Who did Nongshim play? They got to win one of these at one point to get into playoffs. Okay, they should probably beat Global. Yeah, let's go for... Let's back RRQ. Let's back RRQ. They're starting to... You get so much confidence from beating Genji. And they put so much good anti in, especially the Haven, that I think now they're out of Super Week and they get some time, they can have some good prep and start winning some of these games. This kind of format where it's like week by week really suits RRQ instead of like the tournament format where it's all like a Masters where it's all in the same week. They're very good at anti-stratting, so I think I back RRQ just purely because of that. I feel okay about this. I don't feel super confident, but I feel okay. Should be able to stay like somewhere in the top. What else we got? Americas. We're not doing top 10%. We got one wrong. NRG against. I'm not even mad that I got this wrong. 100 Thieves just looked so good. So I'm actually so fine with this loss because if 100 Thieves are looking like this, then I don't mind losing it. They had very good macro of their Yoru on defense. And it makes this game a lot harder to choose between. We've got 2G against G2. As much as I'm a fan that 2G look a lot better, so the games are more interesting to watch, I still think that G2 should be fine. I think Baby Bay is going to get his first win here. We've got Sentinels against Furia. Not going to delve into this one too much. Relatively obvious. We've got Crew against 100 Thieves. I said on Plat Chat that I will go for Crew. I think this is a 50-50. I think 100 Thieves, if they lean into the double duelist like they're doing with Cryo on second duelist, I think they have a very good chance of having an insanely good stage 2 and a good performance in the playoffs. I think the risk of dropping Boostio is worked out for them. I think Kess looks really good. But I just kind of think that the other Crew players will look better than they did. So, and I kind of back Crew's map pool. I think Corrode, they looked better than MIBR, even though they lost to MIBR. They lost double pistol. They got eco twice. I think if they kind of clean up those mistakes, they'll look better. And 100 Thieves probably pick Bind, and Crew used to with Adverso of a really good Bind. But this is a 50-50. Yeah, this actually is a 50-50. I have no idea. I'm not surprised either way. But I'm gonna go with Crew. I think them leaning into double duelist works really well as well for Kesnet. He has full freedom and can bait a little bit, and Dante's really good at sending it. Then we've got NRG against Loud. I went for Loud on Plat Chat, so I'll stick with it, but I think that I'm not sure Loud should be favorites coming into this. Just the things that worry me is NRG's calling. for sure. At the moment, it looks very similar to when we last saw Ethan IGL, but I think Bonka might be able to instantly correct that within a week. And implement some stuff that fixes that. So I think this one's gonna be very close. I'm still gonna back Loud from what I've seen, but I also think 100 Thieves looking so good made NRG look worse than they actually are. Cloud9 against EG, I wasn't impressed with EG, so I think they got saved individually on Lotus, and their Sunset doesn't look good. And yeah, I mean, Cloud9's comps looking interesting. I think they're a Sky Believer at the moment, it looks like, which might get punished a little bit, but I don't know. They looked, apart from a couple of dodgy rounds on Haven against Fury, they look pretty good, but I think most teams will look good against Fury. And then we've got MIBR against Lev, and I'm going to back MIBR. I think their stuff is relatively easy to fix. I'm a bit worried about some of their comps, but I don't think, if Lev don't lean into Sato playing Yoru, then I don't think they're going to get as many wins as maybe they should. So if I was Lev at the moment, I would take a risk and play Yoru every map, I think. Apart from maybe Icebox. And I don't think they're going to do that. And I'm just going to back MIBR looking better with more practice. I don't think Verno can look like that twice, basically, in the team that he's in theory enjoying being around. Okay, that's my Americas. Let's see if we can stay towards the top on this as well. Where's the EMEA? Here we go. EMEA we're probably doing the worst on. Actually, I think I'm doing worse on China, but I don't really watch China, so I don't really know what I'm talking about over there. I took a risk on K-Corp. It nearly paid off. It really did. They lost some shocker rounds. And Giants looked way better than I thought they would. K-Corp against Apex, unless Apex start playing double duelists all the time, I don't believe. BBL against Giants, even though Giants look really, really good. I just gotta back BBL because I think they look better. But I will also say Giants are at least taking a map here. This could be an upset. Liquid, I think, should be okay here. This might be close. I wish they would play Trex more on Initiator in terms of not Flash, just Scan. I think that's where he thrives the most. So maybe they would take a little bit to go to that. I really want them to change up their Icebox. But I don't think the Icebox is good. So we might see Na'Vi want to play that. Gentlemates against Heretics, got to back Heretics. Gentlemates might be able to take a map here as well. Potential for an upset. There's quite a few like 70-30 games, I think. Maybe Apex is less than that. But like Giants at least, at the very least have 30. Gentlemates at the very least have 30 here. I would say the Giants, maybe this is like a 60-40, 65-35. Yeah, kind of all these three actually have similar odds for. But against Vitality, and I'm worried for Vitality, especially the new players in Vitality. I'm very, very worried for them. I'm also not super convinced with Foot, but from what I've seen, I think they look better than Vitality. Maybe the individuals from Vitality can make them win this. But I need to see a much better performances from the new guys on Vitality. They're gonna lose every game if they look like that. So yeah, that's a bit of a worry. Maybe not every game. You got Apex, yeah. Fnatic Koi. I can't doubt Fnatic. They look they managed to escape this week just straight off the EWC. And yeah, I think Koi should be fine for them. Let's go on to China. Where are we actually at? Okay, we're middle of the table here. We're doing horrendous, but it's early. It's early days. We'll do China again. I don't know what I'm talking about with China. I'm just kind of doing it so people don't complain too much. I should be watching the game tomorrow though, so we'll see how that goes. Billy should beat Titan. FPX should beat DRG, but this should be close. With what's going on, I think All Gamers beat Nova. No, yeah, maybe we have to do that, which is a shame. All Gamers are getting results, and I haven't seen them play looking like this. Can I really go All Gamers? I think this is the first time I've ever predicted All Gamers to win. Tyloo against EDG. I'm still going to go with EDG, even though Tyloo are getting results that I thought they weren't going to get, especially over towards here. And yeah, they had a good week. Wait, does that mean that they beat EDG? EDG should be fine. JDG, from the results, seem to be looking okay. Don't really know. I think Billy's looking relatively in form again from the results that I'm seeing. Wolves look like they're having a rough time, and I kind of think the FPX are going to win every game that they play at the moment. So that's where I'm at with China. Okay, last thing to finish us off is VFL. VFL. So in VFL, we're at 184 points. I think we're somewhere like 200. Wait, top 77, is that true? Okay, I'm 77th. I thought I was like way down. Okay, we're 77th, so we're actually doing pretty good. So we should probably take this a little bit seriously. I need to get rid of some of the Pacific players and put in some of the Americas, because obviously Pacific played 2 games this week and they don't have the last week. So Meteor, I thought he's going to be playing more Duelist. He's not playing that much Duelist. And there is 2 people that I really want to look at, and it is, where are they? Kess, because he's insanely cheap for how he's playing, and Aves. They're like the 2 that I'm considering, because they're both, was Aves like an 8.5? They're both playing way better than they normally do. So I think that they're like the 2 that I want to get in the team at the moment. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it this one. So I think I'm going to go with Cass, because Cass is really cheap and that gives me the most options with my next one. So I will transfer Meteor out for Cass, even though I think T1's going to win this game. I think that I need to start changing some of my Pacific players. And Udatan, I think the Globe have kind of played their games, even though I think Udatan's really cheap. I think I need to try and get another duelist in here, because I think Global are about to have a bad time. I could have Buzz, but that's not really working well in terms of what I want to achieve. Martin looked a little bit rough. Who should I be picking? Dante could be interesting. Wait, that's a good point. Can I get Kesnet? Ah, dude, I should get Kesnet here. Right? Kesnet, second duelist. He doesn't have to go in, and he's kind of just playing second entry, and his aim's too good. So I think we do that. And then I've got 0.5 left over. Then all we have to do is make sure that we how do I bench people? So I should bench Pappy and then get Patty in. I think that's it. Kalias, I think, will do okay. Everyone else will do okay. Who's going to be IGL? Who and Arth are crew playing? They're playing 100 Thieves. Not super down on that one. Dude, I might just leave Premier as IGL. Wait, Forsaken. Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look. Forsaken, who are Paper X playing? Paper X play Boom. Ooh, that's actually pretty nice. And then who else do we consider? We said Primi, with Talon playing. DFM. I think we go for Forsaken. And I pray. Alright. That is my changes for VFL. And that is me done for this video. Thank you so much. And I will see you tomorrow. I think we're doing China first. What game is China? We're doing China, which is Billy against Titan. And then I'll be around for the EMEA games. Alright, thanks so much, guys. Bye.